Every year, millions of tourists stand at the base of the Great Sphinx at Giza and take photographs. They photograph the face, they photograph the pyramids behind it, they circle around and look at the massive paws stretched out in front. Almost none of them notice what is sitting directly between those paws. There is a stone slab there called the Dream Stele. It was placed there by a prince who needed political justification to take the throne of Egypt. Because his older brother had died unexpectedly, that prince became a pharaoh. His father was almost certainly the Pharaoh of the Exodus, and the reason his older brother died suddenly and left the throne open is connected to one of the most famous stories in the entire Bible. In this video, I want to walk you through 7 places in Egypt where the physical evidence aligns with the biblical record. These are real locations. Together they make a case that the Bible is not mythology, it is history. Let us start at the Sphinx. To understand the Dream Stele, you need to understand 3 pharaohs and 1 date. Scholars who accept the biblical timeline place the Exodus at around 1446 BC. The pharaoh who had Moses killed as a young man had to have reigned for longer than 40 years, only one fits, Thutmose III. His son was Amenhotep II. He would have been pharaoh when Moses returned. He is the pharaoh of the Exodus. He was not the firstborn son, and that detail matters. His own son, Thutmose IV, also was not the firstborn. Thutmose IV put the Dream Stele between the paws of the Sphinx. The inscription claims Ra promised him the throne if he cleared the sand. Why would a prince need a dream to justify his rule? Because the throne should not have come to him. His older brother should have been king. That firstborn son appears to have died young. His body was found in a tomb at Luxor, still there, approximately 15 years old. The 10th plague was the death of the firstborn sons. If Amenhotep was the pharaoh of the Exodus, his firstborn would have died in that plague. The Dream Stele is that justification story. It is striking circumstantial evidence for the biblical account of the Exodus sitting in plain sight. About 60 miles southwest of Cairo, in the Fayum region, there's a canal that has been used for thousands of years, the Canal of Joseph. The Joseph of the Old Testament is associated with this region. He was put in charge of preparing Egypt for a coming famine. Nearby, at a site called Hawara, the ground is covered with what appear to be foundations, thousands of them, made of mud and straw. Archaeologists identify these as the grain storage facilities Joseph had built, the warehouses where Egypt put aside food to survive. Nearby stands the Hawara Pyramid of Amenemhat III. His name refers to the invisible God, a concept much closer to Yahweh. A canal still bearing his name, thousands of foundations in the exact region. The story of Joseph is not mythology, it is geography. In Heliopolis, the ancient city known as On, stands one of the oldest standing obelisks in the world, still in its original location. Joseph married the daughter of the high priest of On. He brought the true light of God to a city dedicated to the false light of Ra. Theology calls Joseph a type of Christ, a figure whose life foreshadows Jesus in striking ways. Both were deeply loved by their father. Both were shepherds. Both were sent by their father to their brothers. Both were hated by their brothers without cause. Both were taken to Egypt. Joseph was sold for 20 shekels. Jesus was betrayed for 30, the updated price of a slave centuries later. Both were sold by those close to them. Both were imprisoned on false charges. Both were placed beside 2 other prisoners, one of whom was saved and one of whom was not. Joseph said to his brothers, "What you meant for evil, God meant for good." The greatest evil ever done to Jesus produced the greatest good. In the land of Goshen, there is a site known as Tanis, or ancient Pithom. This is where the Israelites built under forced labor, and Moses was there. Moses is also a portrait of Jesus. Both find safety in tiny vessels. Both find safety in Egypt. Both shepherd their people from slavery to freedom. In the Egyptian museum, there is an artifact showing a heart being weighed against a feather. Most visitors miss its connection to Moses. This is how Pharaoh believed he would be judged. If his heart was heavy, Amit would devour it. If light, he would enter the afterlife. When Moses said Pharaoh's heart was hard, he was telling Pharaoh, by your own theology, you are condemned. Your hard heart is your death sentence. Underground at Saqqara, there are 24 sarcophagi cut from a single stone each. Each one weighs approximately 100 tons. Modern technology cannot move them into these tunnels. They are precision cut, polished, smooth as glass. We cannot explain how they got there. Could it be the Nephilim described in Genesis? It is a framework that explains feats of construction that remain impossible by our current understanding. 7 places in Egypt. The evidence aligns. The canal, the foundations, the stele, the weighed heart. The Bible asks you to look at the evidence. The God who wove Joseph's life as a portrait of Jesus is the same God who left these stones in the ground. He prepared the answers. Follow Nori Media Group for more. Drop a comment. Which discovery surprised you most?